Hey guys, once again, I'm going to talk about flat earth, the biggest abomination of any fucking theory to ever hit the internet. First off, Nathan Thompson, there's not one night that I don't pray that this guy will be thrown into a FEMA camp. I wish the government would just round him up and throw him away. This guy needs to be out of here. Eric Dubay is even worse than Nathan Thompson. Eric Dubay is the dumbest YouTuber of all time. Of all time. Eric Dubay says planets are fake. You could see planets with your own fucking telescope! With your own telescope, you idiots! You can get a telescope and you could see planets with your own two eyes. It looks just like NASA says they do. It looks just like the picture says they do. There are planets you could see yourself. There are flags on the moon as well. There are flags that are on the moon. There's 6 of them, I believe. Say one of them is knocked over. Many of them are very hit by radiation, so they're just completely whited out. They're still standing there on the moon. I have a friend that I went to high school with, and I met up with him recently. It's been 7 years since I've been out of high school. I graduated 2010. A lot of flat earthers probably haven't graduated high school. No surprise there. So I called up with him. Hey man, what do you do for work? You know, I'm going to school for physical therapy, and I have my own window cleaning business, and I also teach English part-time as well as brain development, brain training. And so I asked him, what do you do? He says, oh, I work for NASA and Boeing. And I was eating food. I literally stopped. What? Are you serious? He said, yeah, I work for Boeing, and we have contracts from NASA, and I program satellites, and then I help them use that data. You know, I write software for satellites. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. What? Really? You're a liar. You're a liar. Fucking Nathan Thompson going to Starbucks and he harassed that poor NASA employee saying, you're a liar. No, Nathan Thompson, you're the liar. You're the deceiver. You're deceiving all these flat earthers around you and then using them for money with your legal shield nonsense. I'm also of a marketing company. So I met with this guy. I talked to him over a vegan meal, nice, healthy Vietnamese/Thai vegan meal at a place called Loving Hut. Delicious food. I recommend everyone go there. It's in Orange County, California. So I talked to him further about telescopes and satellites, and I have a friend named Carol who I met in an astrophysicist group. People who like, backyard astronomy group. People who like to have telescopes and look at stars in the sky, who study the night sky. And back in 2011 and 12, I was really into astronomy. I had a telescope my grandpa bought for me, a pretty expensive one, and I've seen planets, I've seen stars, but my friend Carol has a way better telescope than me. So I typically will use his photos with permission to show flat earthers, this is what Jupiter looks like, this is what flags on the moon look like, this is Mount Hadley. I show them, and they don't accept it. Flat earthers aren't interested in truth. Eric Dubay is not interested in truth. Patricia Steer, Mike Jack, if that's his real name, they're not interested in the truth. Mark Sargent, they're all fucking idiots. They are professional idiots. Nathan Thompson is successful for being an asshole. He's a professional dipshit. Nathan Thompson goes around protesting that the earth is flat with no evidence whatsoever. All his evidence is, how come we can't see the curvature on the horizon? That's your proof? That's because we're on a giant globe, a heliocentric, which has been proven just by the stars. You can't explain the retrograde motion of planets. But anyways, back to this topic. This is stuff you can see yourself, guys. You can see this yourself. There's so much proof out there. And these guys are professional idiots by going around poking holes in their scientific knowledge. And the fact that the education system in America has failed miserably at teaching us. They never taught us how to think. They taught us what to think. So now these conspiracy theorists, they aren't changing the fact that they can think. They're only changing what they think. Now instead of believing in things that are proven by science and regurgitating that, they regurgitate nonsense. Instead of regurgitating and parroting things you hear, try to understand it yourself. Try to do experiments yourself. Trigonometry proves the sun is 93 million miles away. Proves that the moon is 237.8 thousand miles away. We know this. We know this so well. You guys just assume that you're the only person to challenge the norm. You're the only person to challenge science. There is a specific way of challenging science. The scientific method: form a hypothesis, test a hypothesis, challenge that hypothesis, retest that hypothesis, form your own conclusion, retest, repeat. This has been done. You have a cell phone. I have a cell phone in my hand that connects to GPS satellites. And you guys are saying, no, satellites are on balloons. You have no proof of that. You have no proof. You don't know anyone who works in the industry. I do. I met someone who works in the industry. I talked to him for 45 minutes to an hour about this stuff. You guys have no proof. You're not saying, oh, I'm just asking questions. Nathan Thompson, I'm just asking questions. Guys, this NASA employee doesn't want to talk to you. I'm just asking questions. You're not asking questions. You're saying the earth is flat. You're a liar. You're not asking questions. A lot of you flat earthers are not asking questions. You're saying the earth is flat. You guys lie. NASA said the thing is photoshopped. Yeah, of course it's photoshopped. It's a composite. Composite does not mean Photoshop. Composite means tons of satellite images are stitched together. Flat Earth is such a joke and you guys are falling for it. I hope it is a psyop. I hope that FEMA camps are real. I hope that every fucking conspiracy theorist, idiot out there, is thrown into a FEMA camp and tortured beyond their wildest dreams. I hope that Nathan Thompson and Eric Dubay are the first ones there who get tied to a fucking chair and just tortured for hours. Fucking hate those guys. Nathan Thompson, man, his nose just makes me want to punch him in the fucking face. He just reeks of ignorance. And let me tell you guys, I've known Nathan Thompson for a while, actually. I didn't just know about him from Flat Earth. We follow the same brain training program, and our brain training coach, Mr. Lavery, he said, Andrew, check out Nathan. Nathan Thompson, everyone loves this guy. You know, he's really smart. And so, call him, and we talk for 20 minutes or so, and then we talk the next week, and he invites me over. You guys say, oh, you're just butthurt because he's not your friend. I get how you can say that, and at first I was kind of hurt that he didn't want to talk to me. What happened was, he said, Andrew, come on over, let's hit some golf balls. And then halfway there, he decided, you know, this guy's kind of weird, I don't want to hang out with him after all. Yeah, I get it, I'm wild. 4 years ago, I was really hyperactive. I can understand why he'd be concerned. And then he said, oh, if we ever meet you, it'll be in a public place. I remember laughing at that. What? He's like, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. So that's the first glimpse of that confrontational, ignorant behavior. Now that Flat Earth has come around, he's showing the world what a fucking dipshit he is. He's showing the world what an ignorant piece of trash this guy is. He doesn't deserve